I'm alive. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I hope someone's there. They'll let me know. Hola, Lucia. How are you, my gran amiga? Short time. Hi, Jason. Can you hear me okay, Lucia? Jason? Lucia, how are you? Okay, thanks. I'm glad. Hello, Tina. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. Lucia, how's the weather in Kelly? Yes, okay. Uh, there is so much to talk about. Hello, Dairyland. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm doing good. Trying to I'm trying to get some more business, but I'm doing real good. And let me see what else. I'm just doing very perfect things I'm doing. Blessings are coming toward me all the time, and I am grateful for that. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I hope everybody else is doing good. Hey, JC, Jerry, it's about time. I said just hold on, let me mod you. Hey, Bass, you're here too. Hold on. I'm gonna mod some of these people that haven't been here for a while, so hold on. Hope all is well your way, sister. It's been a while. Yes, Bass, that's been a while. It's been a while for me to come on live. I've been very busy on other stuff, uh, trying to organize some other personal things. And I've been fighting with really bad allergies the past, I think more than a month. Um, so if my voice is, you know, scratchy a little, it's because of that. But I'm doing good. I'm glad all you guys are here. It's cold. You know what, Lucia? It's 80-degree here. It's cold in the morning and cold at night, but not that cold. But during the day, we're in the 80s, which is nice, but it's still a little hot. I still have my AC on. Dairyland got the Rona. What's that? Oh, you're welcome, Jesse. Just been a long time. I haven't seen Bass, you, and I don't know who else is not here. But yeah, thank you for the welcome back. Um, let's see. All right, let's see. A few days ago, I think, or a week ago, um, I was in the middle of talking to our Heavenly Father, basically. And I have been giving warnings since I've been here in YouTube 6 years already. And unfortunately, that, you know, there's a message to give out again, which it's hard to talk because people don't believe that our Heavenly Father speaks to your heart when He does. Through Him, I know things through Him by the Spirit, what He needs to speak about. And this is a warning that has to go around the world. I hope they take it, from my heart to your heart, what I'm going to say. The first warning that I gave 6 years ago is that a big awakening was coming, and it was just around the corner. I didn't know when, but I knew it was coming. So we're in the situation that we're at already. The warning that he gave me to give to y'all, this is why I did a panel and other things too, is to let people know that the biggest awakening is coming and is shifting really quickly. Many of us are not ready for it. Many of us are still doing our own thing. So am I, but I've been prepared since I gave the warnings. Um, I just hope everybody really think what I'm saying because this awakening is gonna move very quick. We're all gonna be in a situation to say what happened. Um, how come you didn't know that this was coming? And it's something that, like I said, it hurts me because I give the warnings, and it's not for people. How can I say, or judge me or say this and that, but I'm just giving out the warnings. And he's through these days, he has been really putting in my heart about what's going on, the situations that's going on, but mostly spiritual. Spiritual to me is very important in my life. Discernment is very important. Let me see. Hey, Jackie, Eddie, hi, welcome. Sorry, I didn't say hi to y'all. Say hi. Hold on, Jackie. I don't know who else came in. Jerry Land. I don't know who you are, but anyways. But like I was saying, take this very serious. It is so sad that we have not been really focusing on one thing, and that is with grandfather. I'm native, or I could say my heavenly father, whatever name you call him, Yahweh. But we have lost our ways for a long time. We lost going to a different path in our lives. And sometimes we go through the darkness to realize that there's light at the end of the tunnel to change, to let the spirit of grandfather in you. He's the one that guides us, protects us, and leads us to the good things. But unfortunately, people don't understand that. People are still half asleep in the spiritual realm. Love is the key. There's a song that called Only Love, and I sing that every single day. And the reason why is because there isn't no love. And the love that we should have is our grandfather or my heavenly father. But unfortunately many are shutting the doors on him. But because of his love, he cares for us. And these people that give you messages, it's not for you to come against them. It's to take it from their heart to your heart, or like I'm giving you my message from him. Unfortunately, people are not listening to the warnings, and it's sad because the last word that he gave from when I did the last panel was that to unite, unity, but with him. We cannot unite with people. He is the first, and he will be the last. You know, I see a lot of things going on, and it hurts my heart, especially for the kids, elderlies, but mostly everyone, really, around the world. I don't know you, you don't know me, but God knows you. The messages that I give out is by the love of my Heavenly Father or grandfather. Yes, we'll win. It's never too late. Accident. You're right, Jackie. It's never too late. But we have to realize what's coming is coming. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Did you talk to grandfather about your protection of his? Have you reached out? Think about what's coming. Think about it. Um, love destroys hate. It also destroys darkness. Without love, it's hard. There's different kind of love anyways, but the greatest love that we have is grandfather. He's the only one. He's the only one that can move mountains in our lives. He's the only one that can give us the peace in our lives. But he's the only one that can protect us from everything that's going on. Hi, King. Welcome. Jeez, everyone's out there. Love you all. Stay strong. Yes, Road. We have to stay strong. We, to me, I was telling someone that faith, that is what he's given us to see if we do have faith. In other words, how can I put it? He's testing us, how strong our faith is. My faith is stronger than you guys can even believe. I mean, there's a very good connection with my grandfather in the spiritual realm. And before things happen, he lets me know ahead of time. The other day, for example, I went to see a client to see if I could get it. I got it, but a response went back on me saying that he didn't want my services. And the reason why is because I can't say the word, but hopefully you know what I'm trying to say, is because I didn't get it, which is so sad. But I say to myself, and I tell my friends here where I live, is that if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But I will not bow down to any man. I will not bow down to any evil thing. I prefer to be strong and stand firm with my Heavenly Father and His protection through the Spirit. But around me, I see a lot of emptiness souls that are in their bodies that end up getting this. And it hurts. Today I saw a person that also did what he did, and he was a pastor. I felt so empty in that place. I felt like people were emptied in their soul, in their bodies. It's hard to explain, but I just couldn't, I can't go back there because it's just dead. It's just, grandfather's not there. And that's just what's happening around the world. It's up to you. You have a choice. I can't tell you more on what to do, but I do care. And I know grandfather cares for you and he loves you very much, no matter what we've done in our lives or what road we took or path. But like Jackie said, it's never too late. And it's not. But we're coming to that situation where the biggest awakening is just around the corner. It's very near. I just don't know when, but I feel it's very near. But he loves us all equal. Doesn't matter who you are, he loves us all. You know, I think about Mother Earth as well, what's going on. Um, and she's also suffering. She's going through already birth pains. And let me tell you, it's going to be soon where she will, how can I explain? She will give birth. Now, many things differently, but birth for me, when she's going to give birth, is a new life, a new world. But right now, many are destroying her big time. And she's ready to give birth. This is why I say it's the biggest awakening. And this will be the last of the big awakening, the biggest. I'm not looking at chat because I'm trying to keep, you know, concentrate with grandfather. Um, I see children. I see how they laughing and having fun at school or wherever they're at. I see the smiles, but I also see children, others that I felt today. I see them as well, and it's so sad to see that because the joy and the laughter in them. I'm not gonna cry because it hurts me. I don't see their laughter and joy anymore if they got it, and it's sad. It's very sad. 6 years ago, I had gave warnings that they were coming after the children and the elderly, and I said, "Pray for them." I told you guys, those that in flat earthers, I have said that, and look at what's happening now. But if you look around you and look at the faces of the people and the children, you will see the difference big time. Thanks, Jackie. I love you too. And we're destroying her as well. We're destroying Mother Earth. We're not paying attention what she's going through really, the pain. But very soon she will give birth, and I just don't know when, but she is. And this is why I give out warnings because I don't do it just to do it. I do it because he leads me to say it. I was telling someone that it's hard to talk about when grandfather speaks to me because I've already been judged before on the internet. I've been bashed through the internet because of my faith, but it's okay because see, what you do to me, you do unto Father. And those that go against me will be also against grandfather. So I am protected. And I know it's done before when people come after me, things returns back. Not because I don't want it, it's because that's how he works. Grandfather does. I am just a messenger, a watchman on the wall, you can say. But many of us will start waking up more and more. If you have a family, protect your family. Levin has, pray for them, pray for the children. Um, I don't know what else to say, but I am just giving the warnings. Make sure you know where to get water. Make sure your backloads. Make sure you have your suitcase ready. Everything, prepare yourself. And like I said it 6 years ago. And there are situations that are coming upon us very soon around the world. And I know that some things have came to pass in California, and I'm seeing that it might come pass very soon about New York. Those two those two things that I'm still waiting for California, which is one thing, and what's gonna happen in New York, it's coming. It's coming very soon for New York. I told someone to move away from New York because something big is gonna happen there. Um, but anyways, I just wanted to give that out to you all, and please take it from my heart to yours because it's for me too. This message is for me too, not just who is here or listening or who's going to see this video. Um, hey, what's up, Minna? Welcome. John, hi, new friend. Welcome. Okay, who am I missing? Yeah, Jason, these bottles have out bodies. Have always been temporary homes. Yep, for our souls. Let me see. Am I ready? And just remember, if you have so much in your home and people need it, give them a little bit. What you give to them, you will receive back and double or triple. But help out your neighbors, help out your friends, help out your family. Even though you have issues between each other, leave those on the side and help each other. Unity. And things can work out very perfect, but it's up to you. It's all, I don't know what your situations are in your homes, but I want grandfather to protect you all, your family, and give you what you need. And that security in your family as well. In other words, blessings. Like I said, we're in that situation this time of season that we are being tested by our faith, um, and try to give out love. The more love we are giving to each other, the more light it bright, a big bright light. But anyways, I was gonna ask Jackie if you're still here. Do you want to come up and or Jason? Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate it. Mhm. Yeah, I try not to cry because every time I give a message, I end up having tears because it touches me. Yeah, especially when I talk about children. But ladies first. Okay, hold on. Let me get the link. I think this is okay. There you go, Jackie. Let me see if they come on. Jason, are you coming on? Hey, you guys. I love you all, even though I don't know you. How far you are distant, another country. I love you guys with all my heart. And I wish you all the best, everyone. And if I don't talk to you, I wish you the best in your holidays as well. But remember, always thank Him upstairs every single day, not just on Thanksgiving. I don't know who's here yet. Oh, there you go, Jackie. Hold on. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm
Um,
glad.
I am I getting an echo or is it just on my end?
It's probably your end.
Okay, that's fine. It's actually it's better now. Um, yeah, I wanted to pop on real quick just to say that your message really resonates. And Josh and I have both, heard those same messages for, a long time from
Mm-hmm.
Father, and it's very heavy and hard on our hearts to see the things that are
Happening.
going on, the same things you spoke of.
Right. And you and I and Jason are empaths. And
Yes.
you can feel everybody's spirit. I mean, around me, I can feel people when they're sad, when they're angry. I don't even know sometimes why I get mad or why I'm sad or I'm crying
Yeah.
or I feel emotions of people. And like I told Jason, through the internet, through the radio, through the TV, I can feel them, even
Yeah.
though I don't know them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
You're super sensitive empath. Like you really you pull from a lot.
yeah, somebody told me that. I went to see a client, and I was having some issues with my car, and of
Mm-hmm.
course my phone went out, my battery, But anyways, before that, I was talking to her on the phone, and I had talked to her for a couple of hours or maybe like one and a half.
Mhm.
And we were chatting all about grandfather, everything. And
Yeah.
she even told me, she goes, because I never considered myself a prophet, never,
Mhm.
ever. But she said I do a lot of prophecy
Yeah.
because I give out what he gives me, I give it out. Because
Right.
see, like I tell Jason, if I don't give out the message, it's on me.
It's on you, and it's, I mean, because I've had, a lot of those messages too, um and you feel, if you don't, you feel, it's almost like having a clog in your pipe, you know. um and then it manifests in other ways if you don't release what, those important words are that you're hearing,
Mhm.
in the right time too, in careful wording. And like you said, you don't like to be considered a prophet.
Right.
That's like, Josh always says, me and Josh always say how we hate words, because just the things that go along with that word in general.
Mhm.
um we're all, all of us who are spiritual to many degrees all have that ability. We just don't like to put words on it like that, because I don't think it really does it justice for what it is, or what it does, or what it's
Mhm.
for. And I think it's more, it's, that word is more than what it makes you feel, like you are more special than somebody else.
Right.
That's why you don't like it. That's why I don't like it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
When we're no different than anybody else, because
exactly.
anyone who asks to hear is going to hear. And if you just have to get used to how you hear, and the signs and the synchronicities and the different ways that, father or grandfather talks to you and
Right.
communicates. But when you have a warning, the weight
Oh,
of
yeah.
it, and how it sticks with you, and the dreams come, and the feelings come, and the waves
Mhm.
come. And that's, it's a beautiful thing, but it's also a very heavy and daunting
Oh, yeah.
thing,
Definitely.
because like you said, how many years ago? 6 7
6
years ago.
6 years.
Yeah. That was probably around the same time that things got really strong for me too. And
Mhm.
um
Well, it's like, let me give you a little,
mhm.
um, when I went on Facebook, I didn't use it at all.
Yeah.
After 5 years, Father, my Heavenly Father said, "Use it." And the way he told me how to use it is to reach out to my family and friends through him to
Yeah.
give out the messages. And then he said, "Go to YouTube." And I even questioned it. When I'm gonna go do
Right.
YouTube, I'm not into media type.
No.
And so when I entered, he started to show me everything that's gonna happen that's happening today. And I
Mhm.
couldn't believe it. I said, "Is this what really is gonna happen?" And yes. And then he sent me to politics.
Mhm.
And I started to see things there. But it's all this is in the spiritual realm. It's not in flesh,
Yeah.
it's all spiritual.
Yeah.
And then from there he took me to flat earth.
Mhm.
From
Me
flat
too.
earth, that is where I started to give the warnings.
Yeah.
Because finally he showed me the rest of what I needed to see.
Yeah.
And so when I did that, I kept saying, prepare yourself, know your plants, know where you can find water, how to find water is very easy. If you
Mhm.
go out in the desert or in the desert, I'm gonna talk because that's where I live. If
Yeah.
you see a plant and it's green, you know there's water in beneath.
Right.
So all you do, because I'm native, so you just dig, 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 to get the water. Or if you
Mhm.
have cactus, and cactus have fruit, you could cut it and
Get the water.
exactly. And
Yeah.
that those are survival. Some of them. There's trees too that you can do as well to eat and or make tea out of it, like like an orange tree or a lemon tree or tangelo tree. You can get the leaves and boil it and make tea out of it, and that's also a good survival as well
Mhm.
because it has all the vitamins in it.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is that it's been hard on my heart because I sometimes I feel that I failed my father, but I know I didn't because I gave out the message. I had no choice but to give it out.
Mhm.
So this lady that I was speaking, she was very amazed because she goes, I can feel your spirit. I can feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. So we had a long talk about our Heavenly Father very much, but it just didn't work out after that because, and then, like I said earlier, I started to have problems with my phone and everything. I couldn't find her place well because I didn't have my GPS.
Yeah.
So I had to go home and I got my charger and I saw a message and she said, sorry, it's okay, she'll get somebody else. And that's how Father works. There's a reason why I couldn't be there.
Exactly. Yep. And it wasn't the right time, or it wasn't the right place, or you weren't the right thing that she needed the words, but maybe didn't need the services right now, or whatever it is. It always is for how it's supposed to be. When
Right.
especially whenever those kind of things come in the way, or come unexpectedly, or you're just
Mhm,
like, man, I just need to get there and I can't get there. Like everything's like circling
mhm,
around you. And that's when you have
right.
to realize you just have to turn in and find that inner peace, that's because it's the way it's supposed to be.
Mhm. But, we go through that path like I did with darkness. I mean, a
Hmm.
lot of darkness and hurt and, you name it.
Right.
But he made me strong. I had to
Right.
go through it to make me who I am today, even though
Absolutely.
I was already chosen before I was born. And
Hmm.
when I was conceived, he had protected me because my mom was 9 months pregnant to have me. I was only 4 pounds, 11 ounces. So through his hands, all through the years until today, he has been there. And this is what I tell people, I believe him. I have faith in him because what the things he have given me, like I said,
Hmm.
even though I'm going through a dark path at that time,
Right.
he had gave me all his love and his protection. Not only that, his angels. I believe in the angels with all my heart, and people don't. You know what I'm saying? People don't believe in the
Right.
angels. I do. And the reason why is because what I went through, they were there.
Yeah.
And so it's it's just a road that we go through. And like you said, we have to find who we are too. I mean,
Yeah.
who are we?
Who are we?
Exactly. No,
uh,
it's true. We don't know who we are until we search and ask, our Heavenly Father, who am I? Like that little girl in me, like I said in the last panel,
yeah.
has went in deep that didn't come out. For everything that I've been through has been the childhood, you know. And as an adult now, it's coming out who I really am. You see, because I went to a little shell, closed
Hmm.
it, and I left it there. But I still knew grandfather was with me, but I had to deal with some, like I said, some stuff. But once I released it and that stronghold pulled me away from it, grandfather started to move more faster in me because, to use me at this time in this season.
Exactly, because the hour is late. And like we always say, like we get for me, I get the waves of this heaviness, where it's the
Mm,
impending of, like you said, you need to get this message out now. And it just feels like. And Josh, it's funny because we were just in the car earlier, and he was talking about mother's earth pangs, and how
mhm.
the delivery of
The new
what's to
birth.
come.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was literally just talking about in the car earlier today. And I go through cycles where it feels like it's literally you're going to wake up and it's going to be a new world tomorrow. You have that.
Exactly.
And then it doesn't. And then then there'll be like a period of where it feels really quiet, and there's not much
Mhm.
going on. And then it's just like the contractions, just like how it kind of like comes in waves, comes and goes. But it just feels like now we're just like in this culmination of just
Mhm.
a stacking on stacking on stacking.
Now, I have a question for you, Jackie, and
Mhm.
I want your input.
Yeah.
Um, Jason and I has been doing a lot of research. Well, hopefully he'll come up and we'll talk about a little bit. But you know how there's Adam and Eve, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Adam can be grandfather, and
Mhm.
Eve can be grandmother, which
Mhm.
is Mother Earth.
Right.
Because we came from the dust, right? From the rib of grandfather,
Right.
Adam.
Mhm.
But in the spiritual realm, that's what I got from my Heavenly Father, that Adam is him because he is the beginning, and Eve is the part of the earth. In other words, she is the one that brought us. How can I explain? It's hard. I told Jason this. I just can't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But all I know is that Adam is grandfather and Eve is grandmother. Um,
It can
uh,
be, yeah, it can be, I mean, it's all how you perceive it and
right.
how what makes sense to you. Um, and when you look inward and then ask, for the answers to those questions, because I think it's like, Adam is like being the spiritual end of it, where, Eve was, like you said, Eve was like pulling the spiritual into this realm,
Mhm.
through her, through Mother Earth, through her being. Um,
Exactly.
and no, I totally agree with that. I have, that makes more sense to me than, and I feel like it's equal. I don't feel like one, to me, like one is above the other. They like
Right.
coexist,
Right.
um, and work hand in hand. And I don't feel like there's that hierarchy there
Mhm.
that they tend to want to put on it.
Right. Right. I mean, if we really look at it and think about it, we've been what, deceived through all our life. Think about it, how much we've been deceived and things
Hmm.
in the Bible.
Right.
Um, a lot of it in it, it shows you how to survive. Now, many says you need to read the whole Bible, and like I told Jason, I don't go like that. I
Mm-mm.
go when he sends me to hear his voice
Right.
and his words, what he's trying. Or if I'm praying, he'll send me to that chapter.
Right.
But he always sends me to the Old Testament instead of the New Testament. And the reason
Mhm.
why is this: when he died on the cross, from there on was been chaos up to now. But before his, Daniel spoke about him 500 years ago, before he was born, that he was coming in.
Mhm.
Daniel has seen the vision that is happening today. So we're in the time of Daniel,
Mm.
and we don't have much time because Daniel's prophecy will be completed very soon.
Hmm.
And so that's why I say we're in the time of Daniel. We're in the time of the birth pains. We're in the time almost to the tribulations. People don't believe in this stuff, but I do strongly because we
Mhm.
are going to shift to the next world. I don't know when though. That's not up to me. I just,
No.
but the sad part is that what hurts me more is that Jackie is that they're still asleep, and to do something or say something, you need the spirit of grandfather, his guidance, his protection,
Mhm.
and the great spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, to guide you and to convict you that you're doing wrong.
Right.
You can tell I know a lot of the Bible, but that's the spirit. I have so much of a connection with grandfather. I mean, very strong. And people can say whatever they want to say about me, but I'm always there with him, always, always talking to him. And, I always give him the glory and praises every single day because without him, I am nothing, nothing, nothing. I go by flesh and not by the spirit. So I am blessed to have the spirit in me, which is
Mhm.
grandfather. And like you or your empath, Jason and I, there's
Mhm.
a reason why we're all together. He's bringing us together. We're not the only empath, but he's bringing them all of us together.
Yeah.
He needs us, and the reason why he needs it is to give out the warnings and make people know that you need to give out love because love moves everything in their
Right.
life.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if Jason's coming up. I hope.
Yeah,
Hi,
actually,
Murphy. Hi,
actually, I'm
MJ.
gonna pop down because I have to get to bed soon here. But I did want to make sure
Yeah.
I got on here with you, and we're gonna plan
Oh,
some more stuff to do in the future. I hope.
I hope so too, Jackie.
Okay, so you all have a great, blessed night, and stay safe. And
I got 4 down.
look through the eyes of love, through the eyes of the love of the Father, and just shine that love on everyone around you. And one making a difference with one person, can really just change the whole world.
Exactly. But we all need to unite with grandfather. That was his
Yes.
last words, the
Hmm.
last one. So I thank you, Jackie, for
Oh, you're
coming up.
welcome. You're welcome. I'll see you all soon. Love you.
All right. I love you too. Bye. Sorry, guys. I have 4 thumbs down, but it's okay. Blessings back to you. Um, but anyways, I don't know if Jason, are you gonna come up so we could talk about a little bit what we're doing? Great to see you too, James. I'm glad you made it. And Murphy, thank you for coming. Let me see who else is here. Road trip. Of course, I said hi to Jesse. Born a racer. There you are. Like me. How come you're not? If we hear born a racer, I hope you have your wrench because it shows you have it. All right. Thanks. So, James? How are you? Was the lighting in here? Cafe? I think it was. Yeah. That's not many people. I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, you, James. Did you see Cafe coming in, or was I seeing things? But anyways, I wanted to put music, but Jason and I are gonna talk about something. But maybe after that, I'll put some music, some oldies, 80s, 90s. So I don't know when Jason's coming. I don't know if he's here. Oh, wait a minute. Mhm. Same to here, Born Eraser. Good to see you too. It's been a long time. I haven't seen any of you. Oh, you didn't see him, James? Oh, it's not enlightened? Or am I seeing things? Enlightened Cafe. Okay, let me see. I'm waiting for Jason. Yes, I am blue. Thanks. Oh, okay. No different person. Hmm. Let me see. Lucia left, so who else was here? I don't know who else was here earlier. Road trip, Apartment James. Is Road Trip still here? Or did he leave? Oh, Jason's here. Hey,
Hey, can you hear
hey
me?
you. Yep, I can hear you. Change your avatar. So how are you?
I am doing all right.
That's good.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm not nervous. No,
Not nervous? That's good.
I'm still in a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. let's talk some serious stuff here now. Um, where do you want to start?
Um, wherever.
Wherever. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about the Hopi Prophecy. We could talk about what is it, the four races. We could talk about anything really, whatever you
Okay.
want to.
Okay. Let's see. Where would you like to begin?
From the beginning, well, the Hopi Prophecy.
The Hopi Prophecy.
Hmm. We
Well,
all know.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, everything in the Hopi Prophecy has come true except for the very last part,
Hmm.
which is the good part.
Hmm.
So
Is that when what is it? Starts with a P.
starts with a P.
Yes.
That's when we're supposed to go into the fifth world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, Well,
Purifier, I think is what you're thinking.
yeah. It, it's very near. It's very near. And not just the Hopi prophecy, but there's a lot of prophecies from the natives. Um and they also know that the time is coming near as well, not just the Hopi, but there's many that do know that the time is near to the fifth world. And I forgot the tribes. Do you remember? Not Cheyenne. It's
There's actually several tribes, some of them even from South America.
hmm
The Mayans, the Aztecs.
the
Um,
Incas.
yeah, there's not a consensus on it being the fifth world. Some
Hmm.
say it'll be the fourth world. Um, but
So we're in the animal world, right? Is that
yeah,
correct?
according to the Hopi, uh, this current stage of the world, we are learning to know what it's like to be an animal.
Hmm.
And when the fifth world comes, it's supposed to be the world of the human, where we finally realize our own potential.
Hmm. And who we are, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, when we're given these bodies, it seems that we don't get our memories.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping in the next world we
that
will
we
get our
do.
memories.
Yeah. The Hopi, where they're at right now in Arizona. Okay, do you remember when I told you to look Arizona backwards, right?
Yes. Yeah,
And it's very interesting what it means. Do you remember?
I certainly do.
Okay, what does it mean?
Uh, Arizona backwards, Anazira, is a Hebrew word that pretty much means possessed by a demon or possession by a demon.
Hmm.
Oh, no, wait, I'm thinking of the other way
COVID.
backwards. Yeah.
Oops.
uh, Arizona backwards means origin
Hmm. I hear you.
or starting place.
So if you really think about it, where they're at is where it started, because the Hopi has a lot meanings, a lot of things what they have spoken about the first, second, and third, and the fourth world that they have been in.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of it comes from what the Book of Daniel that
Yeah,
talks
the Book
about
of Daniel was very
the.
interesting.
Hmm.
Um, there was a dream that Daniel interpreted in chapter 2 that talked about a statue,
Hmm.
and there were five parts of the statue: the head, the body, the midsection, the legs, and the feet.
Hmm.
and it talked about uh, the whole statue crumbling.
Mm.
Um,
Okay, Jackie.
I don't remember exactly what metals were assigned to which body part. I do remember that the feet were iron.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when I was reading it, it definitely correlated with the Hopi prophecy of the five worlds. And in the end, the statue was destroyed and it created a new kingdom, as they put it, or a new world.
Mm-hmm. And where the Hopi are at this moment in the reservation, they're right by the four corners. So if we talk about the four races, you're also looking at the four corners. Um, the Garden of Eden is around the Hopi, right? Or Utah is also
Yeah,
part of what's going
that's
on.
there's a lot of evidence that
Yeah.
points to that. The Hopi
Mm-hmm.
call it the navel of Mother Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and their flood story uh, says that they emerged from caverns inside the Grand Canyon,
Mm-hmm.
which is very interesting. We also found the Great Salt Lake um, and its correlation to the Dead Sea
Mm-hmm.
and the Jordan River that flows into it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So that's what I mean. There's so much that connects to the Hopi. Now we
Yeah,
know that the ants they call that took him
yeah,
down
the
and
ant
protected
people,
them.
or as
Right.
the Hopi word for ant is Anun,
Mm-hmm.
and the Hopi word for friend is Naki.
Mm-hmm.
So the ant friends, as they call them, would be the Anunnaki, which is the same word that the Sumerians used.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. And then they came out. Every world that was destroyed, they have been in, but protected by these what you just said, the ant. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. And they're also going to enter to the fifth world. They have to be there. I think, I'm not sure. They have to be there first before we all enter, because they're the ones that are supposed to protect the land. You know,
Yeah.
everyone is giving a piece what their duties are. So that's where the four races come in, right? One
Um,
is
that's
responsible
right.
for land.
That's right. I hope you speak of four races.
Hmm.
You've got the red race, the yellow race, the black race, and the white race.
Exactly.
And each one was given a guardianship.
Hmm.
The red race was given the guardianship of the earth.
Hmm.
And of course, we all know that, well, anybody who's studied um, the American indigenous people
Hmm.
know that they are very good at cultivating the earth. Um, the black race was given the guardianship of water. And of course, most of the promising pioneering blood work has been done by black doctors.
Hmm.
So, no surprise there. The yellow race was given the guardianship of the air. And of course, if you go to Tibet or study Qigong or Kung Fu
Hmm.
or any of those arts, you learn about breathing exercises,
Hmm.
how to breathe in what they call Qi.
Is this why they do all that in Asia? Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Okay.
And of
Like,
course, the white race was given the guardianship of fire.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look inside of the machines,
Mm-hmm.
like our automobiles, you look at the very heart of it, they're all combustion engines. There's fire inside them.
Yeah, I hear you. It is so awesome to know information on the Hopi tribes. I mean, I know there's more, not just the prophecy, but the Hopis, they have said, what's his name? Starts with a K, Kanima. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a Hopi, and he spoke for the elders, they call them. And he spoke about if they don't plant corn on time, they said that disasters comes right after because they're off. What is it that they're off of it? In other words, like say I have to plant corn and the season's gone and I'm responsible for the land. In other words, so what they're saying is that if the elders don't plant their corn on time, there will be disasters weather-wise, and they're the ones that's supposed to protect the land. And he said that that's why the way it was at that time when I heard about it, um, our weather was all crazy because of that. They didn't plant the corn on time. And what they do is that they plant their own corn without any kind of poison shit, right? Oops, poison. And so the corn doesn't grow so high like it is today. It's short, and they only have so much corn, and they expect rain. That's how they grow their corn. And what they do is that when they pick the corn, they take it to the storehouse. Now that's a very key word, storehouse. And then they dry it up, and then they go the next year planting corn again. But they do it because corn, maize, comes from a long way, many, many years that they have used corn. And there's what is it? Maize means, how long have they used it? I forgot. It goes way back though.
Well, it goes back to their origin story.
Yeah.
The four races were before grandfather, and grandfather laid out 4 ears of corn
Mhm.
and told the races to pick which corn they wanted.
Mhm.
So three of the races took, the biggest looking ones, the juiciest looking one. And the Hopi chose last. And they got of course, the smallest uh, species of maize.
Mhm.
And according to the story, grandfather told them that that was uh, the best one. And because they chose that one, um, their land would be right where they were at, and all the rest of the races were sent out to find their own homelands.
Mhm. And isn't it strange that when you talk about the four races, there's also the four gospels,
Oh yeah.
and and it's all related to it too, the four gospels.
Well, every religious or oral tradition that I've studied kind of has the
Mhm.
same elements to it.
Right.
You'll find it in Christianity and Judaism, the Aborigines,
Mhm.
uh, ancient European, and of course the American indigenous tribes or nations.
Mhm.
They all have
Yeah,
the same elements.
exactly. And there's four elements, right?
Depending on who you ask, the Chinese have 5 elements.
Okay.
For the most part, everybody agrees there's 4.
Mhm. Which are what? Water, air.
Air, earth, air, fire, and water. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
the 4 guardianships that the 4 races were given.
Okay. And so you think that what it says, at the last book of it, where there's 4 angels standing each corner of the earth, right? So your
Yeah.
number 4 is there with the angels protecting, giving out. In other words, one's gonna blow what is it? The like a horn type. What is that? God, I used to know that name of
Trumpet?
it. Well, yeah, but you could say a trumpet, but it's a different way that has like a say a cow's horn
Oh, a
and you
conch
blow it.
shell. Is
Yes,
it a conch shell?
yes. And when one angel does it, then the things that the angel is blowing the horn for, it's it's gonna open, which it could be anything. I forgot because it's been a long time that I knew this. And then the other one will blow and something's gonna happen. All 4 will blow their horns or that thing. Um, and it will come to pass no matter what everybody says that there's no angels in each corner, but there is because they're protecting the earth when it happens. That's why I said there's a shift coming. But it's very interesting how we found some information about the number 4, also number 5 and 7, and what else?
Mm, 12.
12.
12 is a big number.
Yeah, so it's very interesting how the Hopi ties into all this.
Yeah.
And I
And
remember Kakuma. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it starts with a K. I remember he said that anybody that wanted to go to the reservation of
Kima.
theirs to live, huh?
Kima.
Yeah, to go to the reservation and live there, but you have to work the land and you have to get your own water, which is down to the little Colorado River, and that's
Yeah.
what they
A
do.
good
They go
ways
down
down.
there.
It's a
Yeah,
good ways down the mountain.
and I know, right? He goes, but they offered us whoever want to leave the city, they will open their arms, to get land, but you have to work it. You can't just sit there. In other words, you have to work that whatever they give you.
Yeah.
And that is almost like a protection area, basically, because they're the ones who started to protect the land, and that where they're at is very secret. So if they're offering that land for you to live there and work on it, there's a protection around it, like an angel, I'm gonna say, protecting that area with the spirit of grandfather, because they are the ones that are supposed to be protecting. Well, they are, but the land, basically. I'm gonna try to say, but you also have these rivers that go through Grand Canyon and all that. It reminds me, which is stands for the vein of grandmother. So when you pollute the water, you're polluting her blood. I'm gonna say it just straight out. With that, because she lives, right? Grandmother lives,
That's right.
and we're destroying her inside of the system. I'm gonna say like her body, her veins, her blood, because really it's her veins. And it is sad to see that she's going little by little. You're right. Um, but she's also letting the Hopi, if I'm correct, that they will protect them because there is a protector around them. Doesn't matter, and those can be also the ant people, right?
Yeah, or it could be one of their kachina,
True.
which is their version of what I would say is an angel.
Hmm.
One of the more interesting things that I found when we were looking into the archaeology
Hmm.
was all these sites. At first, we found Corral in Mexico, down
Hmm.
by Lima, Peru.
Hmm.
Um, and that site is almost as old as Göbekli Tepe. It's within a couple hundred years of Göbekli Tepe.
That's it. Where is it at in Peru?
Yeah, it's right outside of Lima, Peru. It's
Uh-huh.
Corral.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And then we kept searching a little further, and we found they had found evidence of a hunting site in Southern California
Mhm.
that was an estimated 150,000 years old,
Mhm.
which blows the commonly accepted narrative out of the water.
Mhm.
And then that led us
Have a good day.
to find Huaylaco, which is also in South America. Um, I believe that's actually in Mexico.
Mhm.
Uh, but there's some speculation and there's a lot of controversy about Huaylaco. But carbon dating put that at 250,000 years old, which is 245,000 years older than Göbekli Tepe.
Mhm. Well, everything, again, through the spirit, well, we found a lot of information. And we also have a lot of backup facts that will back it up with facts. And it's been a very good journey that you
It
and I
has.
have been through. I know there's more to talk about. I mean, a lot.
Yeah, we really need to get our notes together before we do it.
Yeah, I know. We're just like plot plot, right? Going different areas. But right now, for my sake, is a Hopi prophecy. And they're waiting too. They're waiting for it to pass. And they know it's coming. All natives are knowing that it's coming soon.
Right.
They're also preparing themselves as well, each tribe. Now, going back to what we're saying about the prophecy of the Hopi, where they're at, there's a place there. I don't remember. That's why I say we gotta get our notes together. But there is a place that is so beautiful that is called the Garden of Eden. Um, and then if you turn, like you said, Grand Canyon before the flood, it was flat. But when the flood came, it made a hole. But people lived in the caves. And the reason why we know that in Arizona or the Four Corners, but mainly Arizona, by the Grand Canyon, they have found objects that were from Egypt, right?
Yeah,
And
that's right.
apparently, this man that found it uh, reported it. And of course, now they have high security. Why? Because they know that what's there, right? So you have the Grand Canyon, you have the Garden of Eden, you have the Hopi tribes, and then you have Utah all connected. Utah is beautiful too,
Well,
but you have
let's not forget New Mexico.
New Mexico too.
In New Mexico, there is an object called a Decalogue stone, which
Hmm.
is a giant stone, and it has the Ten Commandments written on it in Hebrew. Of course, like everything else involved in this, there's a lot of controversy over it. Um, but it's mentioned in the Bible. The Israelites were told to create this giant stone with the Ten Commandments on it, and Decalogue stone. But
Hmm.
there, as far as we know, there is only one that exists in the entire world, and it's right there in New Mexico.
Hmm. It's all connected, right?
That's right.
Yeah, this research is more deeper than what um, you and I know.
Yeah, it surprised me. It really did. That really took me off guard
Yeah, and see,
because I'd always followed the academic narrative.
mhm. You see, that's why through the Spirit, I've been chosen, not chosen, but I've been seeing what He's been. Let me see. In other words, how can I put it? Uh, I was choose to see in the spiritual realm what things are at. Like the Hopi, like the Garden of Eden, and other things. through the Spirit, because without the Spirit, the Great Spirit, we don't know, right? We're just going by flesh. And doing a research with you, it's all about spiritual. It has nothing to do by flesh. It's all spiritual things that our Heavenly Father, grandfather showed us. Well, the proofs that we've seen videos that it pops out automatically and my eye catches it, and it has a lot of confirmation that we have done research, right?
Right. I don't like to use the term proof.
Okay.
I do
Uh,
like to say we have a ton of evidence.
okay. That's good. I'll go with that. I'll go with that because we do, right?
Yeah.
But but we found out this what 2 years already almost
Almost, yeah.
a lot of info about America. Um, and it's very interesting because I never thought of it until recently what America stands for. And I'm not just saying our country, I'm saying all, which is Turtle Land, right?
Yeah, that's what they
That
call it.
right.
Turtle Island.
hmm Right. And and there's a lot of facts to back it up on that too with Turtle.
Yeah.
I mean,
There is
America is
there
very
there is
important.
a there is another channel on YouTube who is researching the same thing.
Really.
Yeah, you're the one that introduced me to that channel. I can't think of the name of it. Um,
I know who. He's a native,
yeah,
Kuromo. Ku-
yeah, awesome channel. I wish I could remember
uh,
his name.
It starts.
Kurameo
Yeah,
Ahau, I believe.
yeah, yeah. He does good information. He puts it out, and it's weird that when we do our research, he comes and talks about it, and
Yeah,
it's just right, perfect, right lines up to what we know.
yeah. Well, he's actually tracked down the name America, and it's
Mhm,
nothing like we've been told in the history books. It was named uh, Amurica,
mhm.
I believe.
Amaraku, isn't it? Amaraku, which is America.
Yeah. So the name is older than the European story of
Mhm.
how America got its name.
Yeah, exactly. And if we really think about all America, South America, you name it, it has a lot of meanings to the tribes, all tribes. They know the truth. We're just learning, right? But the natives do know the truth about
Yeah.
America
Well, they all tell different stories, and I,
stories.
I think that's one of the problems that we're running into is that there was a main story long, long time ago, but over
Mhm.
the years, people have changed it, and
True.
everybody's changed it in their own way. So you got to kind of look for the portions that are that agree with each other.
Mhm.
Like for instance, every culture just about has a flood myth. Well, I just say myth because that's what I've
It
always,
is.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
you have the fifth world, New Jerusalem, Ragnarok, Armageddon, all these stories about this world coming to an end and a next new better world being created. So there are definite elements to these stories
Mhm.
uh, that everyone across the world pretty much agrees with. It's just the structure of usually who owns the land or has rights to the land,
Mhm.
or a lineage of kingship that differs between the stories. Like everybody wants to set themselves up as the so-called rulers, which uh, I don't think is necessary. I think that we are all equal,
Hmm.
and that if we just took responsibility for ourselves and helped out in the communities, that we wouldn't even need leaders.
True. Very true. It's like, all natives in the past and today, they were very, and they still are very strong in the spirit, in the great spirit. They knew the truth. They know what a lot of the symbolism, for instance, the warrior, the rainbow warrior, they know what it means. All
Yeah,
natives do. And there's other things that they believe in. It's the same concept, I guess you could say. Like they all come to the same different terms, but it's the same thing,
yeah.
right?
Well, the Rainbow Warriors. I don't know how the original went, um, but it goes something like this. Um, when the world is sick and dying, there will come a tribe of people from all races who will come together in deeds, not words, and make the planet green again.
Hmm. Yeah. It's just how time is flying really quick now. Months, days, weeks, years. It's flying like you wouldn't even believe.
I believe it.
And sometimes you think, why is it going so fast? Well, what'd you say? The time is going fast, but we need to slow down. Is that what you said?
Well, I was passing on
Oh.
information that I had learned from studying the Hopi,
Hmm.
and one of their spiritual leaders had said that.
Mm. But it makes sense.
It
It
does.
really makes sense. I mean, if you really step back and look at how society is going so fast, everybody is just really quick. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's pausing and relaxing basically. It's all rush, 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 rush when we really need to slow down. You always tell me that
That's right.
for sure.
Well,
To slow down.
there's been a lot of advances in our scientific uh,
Mhm.
knowledge.
Mhm.
One of the things that we've learned recently is about the Earth's electromagnetic field
Mhm.
and how it connects everyone and everything,
Mhm.
and the impact that we ourselves have on that electromagnetic field. It's like when certain people enter the room,
Mhm.
it really brightens the room up, it cheers the room up. And there are people who can walk into a room and just really, just kill the party right away just by walking into the room.
Mhm.
And there have been studies of groups of meditators, get like 1,000 meditators together and meditate on peace within a certain region, as a test, an experiment. And they found that in one such test, they were able to reduce casualties in a war torn area by 70 to 80%
Mhm.
for the day that they got all the meditators together.
Is that a
So,
lot?
yeah, oh, yeah, that's a lot. So, really, when things speed up and get hectic and everybody gets anxious or depressed or agitated, it really affects the electromagnetic field, which carries those emotions, we'll call them.
It also affects us, right?
That's right. To everybody that's in the field,
Right.
especially in your local area.
Mhm.
So when time speeds up and everything gets hectic and everybody starts getting anxious, we really do need to slow down and calm down and concentrate on the higher emotions:
Mhm.
happiness, love, fellowship, things like that.
Mhm. I know it's going too quick for me. The days, the months, way too fast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I try to slow down, but I can't.
It's
I'm
getting
uh,
crazy.
I'm constantly going. Um, but it also brings us down. The more we speed up, it takes a toll of your health.
Oh yeah, it does, for sure.
Yep, I
I
know that
study
for a
I
fact.
study acupressure, so I see every physical body as an energy construct,
Mhm.
and those energies from all these negative emotions that we have or people have around us really have an effect on our health.
Yeah, that's very true. And especially empath, we can feel the field, right?
Yeah, for me, it's to an extent. I don't have any control over it of what I get to feel or when,
Mhm.
uh, but I do feel when there's a lot of agitation in the area. I can definitely
Mhm.
feel that. Um, Sadness, I can feel people's pain from time to time.
Mhm.
Um, but for every empath, from what I understand, it is a little different.
True.
Some people connect with individuals.
True.
Some people connect with their local communities, and some empaths uh, connect with the entire world.
Mhm. Which is very hard on us because, like you said, it makes it stressful. For me, it's stressful because you feel that in people. And even if you go to the store, if you go something, you still feel their emotions and somehow. And a lot of times you don't understand either why you're going through this situation until you find out someone around you, like you said, or even a family member or a neighbor, whatever, or a friend, you can feel their vibes that something's happening to them, but you
Oh
just
yeah,
can't pinpoint what it is, really.
yeah.
It could be sad, but you don't know.
Every time it happens to me, I have to really do some soul searching and
Mhm.
see if those emotions are mine or not. Happens to me, I have to.
It's Yep, I hear you. It's just, many of us are empaths, many of us.
I
It's
think
just
everybody is.
right. Well, yeah, but we're the ones that need to search and find out what kinda empath you are, because I think there's different types, or are we all the same? You said we're not, right?
Well,
Everybody has
I think that we're all the same, but we experience things differently.
mhm,
I think we all have the potential
mhm,
to do any one of the things that I listed.
mhm,
Um, but I guess it's like any of the other senses. You know, some people have better ears than eyes. Some people have
mhm.
better eyes than ears.
Very true.
And I think it's largely based on what interests us, you know, on a sub, maybe a subconscious level.
Now, do you think that has impact that we're being drained by what is it, like the 5G, what is it called? We
The
always watch,
the
right?
next rad
Yes.
radar.
You
Um,
said
next rad radar. Um, if you overlap the usage of the next rad radar
mhm,
with increased occurrences of dementia,
mhm,
you'll see that they correlate. It's the same areas. So
true.
what I think is happening with the next rad radar is it's blocking people's acupressure points,
Hmm.
especially the one at the very top of their head, which incidentally is the point that you use to alleviate dementia. And that's where the energy comes in from above. You're a toroid field. You have your own bioelectric field, and the energy enters in through the top of your head.
Hmm.
And when you get an energy overload, these acupressure points or nadis will get blocked, and that's why you either stick a needle in them or use your finger on them to open them back up again.
But it drains us, right? Has an impact.
Well, it I don't think it so much drains us,
Or what?
which it does. It does drain us. Anytime you're in an electric field, which
Hmm.
we're in an electric field all the time,
Hmm.
uh,
Very much.
the electric field will drain electricity out of everything that's in it. When they turn on the NexRad radar sites, it increases the electric field,
Hmm.
so you will drain more than usual. You'll
True.
notice that your phone battery drains faster.
Very true.
Um,
I've
but
had to
I
admit.
think the main danger is the clogging of these points, because it stops energy from going in while
Mhm.
it's draining you. So yeah,
True.
it's very detrimental to your vital energy.
Yeah, because I always feel like I'm drained out
Yeah,
all the time. Like, I could be on the laptop and I just like it takes everything from me. So sometimes that's why I can't be on the laptop because I feel that it's taking all my energy.
that's right. And that's why I try to get you to do Qigong breathing all the time.
I know, right?
You breathe down to your stomach.
Yeah, but it's crazy, very crazy. Because at the same time, you can't be an empath when all that stuff is on you. That's the way I think. I don't know, but every time I sit there, in my own place, and I'm just thinking, I can feel the emotions just like you do, and Jackie. And
Yeah,
sometimes we question ourselves, why do I feel this? How come I have an urge? Or you know what I mean?
yeah. Why
Eh,
am I angry? I don't have anything to be angry at.
Exactly.
That's what I know. It's a outside influence.
Right. I think we could feel it from distance, though, from like not like say not your neighbors, but say around the corner, you could probably feel their emotions as well. If
Oh
I
yeah,
can feel people's emotion through internet that far, then we can feel it as well around us that far. I mean, really far.
that's right. Uh, and that same goes for energy healers.
Mm-hmm.
Distance really isn't a factor. Everybody's connected.
Yeah, that's very true.
There
And
are
that's why I
empaths that can feel people all over the world. I can't
exactly
imagine what that's like.
very true. I know, right? I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know how they can do it, but I I give them my praise on that because they're the ones that are dealing with more than us.
yeah.
So, but like you said, we have to breathe because a lot of times, like being an empath, we have to be spiritual too, open, sensitive to the spirit, like Jackie told me.
Well,
I mean,
know.
I'm
I
just
don't know about
saying
that.
spiritually.
Mine started when I was around 4 years old, and I
Yeah.
had no idea what spirituality was at the time.
Mhm. No, but you searched it, right? You took that road to find out, right?
Well,
Or no?
that came later in life when I was around
Mhm.
40, 37 to
But
40.
but you had to go through here and there, in your life to understand it
Oh,
better.
yeah. Well, for the longest time, I thought I was the only one, 'cause I
Yeah.
didn't know any other ones, and when I tried to talk about it with people, they would either freak out or they would, uh, think I was making it up, or,
Mm,
they just
uh,
play it off like they didn't even hear what I said.
yeah, Murphy says, let me see, if you don't close the gates, evil comes through, which is true. And then 10 World says, hi, Jason. It's very true. I mean, has impact, we need to be strong because we're going to start feeling more emotions of others very soon.
Yeah.
It's going to come left and right, and all the empaths are going to be really stressed because they're picking up all these emotions and different emotions. And it's going to be hard for us, I think, the time when
Well,
it comes.
I keep my energy up through the qigong breathing,
Yeah, but I'm different.
and I have found that, when the emotions come in and I'm starting to feel overwhelmed by them,
Uh-huh.
um, that I will just go into a meditative state and just
Hmm.
project love into the environment around me.
Right.
And one of the funny things about this world is that, whatever you project into the world, that's what you get back.
True. Very true.
So when I just sit there and just project agape love into the local environment, it comes back to me, and it makes it easier to tolerate, I guess.
Yeah. And then that's very true. That's a true statement because what you give, you receive it back. If you give bad vibes to others, it will come back to you.
That's right. I see
Yeah.
it all the time.
Yep. Me too. Through people, through internet, I see it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see it, but we do see it.
Well, I think anybody can say, what goes around comes around. We've heard that all our lives.
Mhm.
Uh, that if you're more scientific minded, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Mhm.
Um, some people say karma, but I don't think that very many people believe it.
True. Very true. It's like, when you have your sensitive spirit open for a great spirit, you see a lot of things that you don't even want to see, honestly. You're just like for instance, I asked grandfather, well, let me see this. I want to know this. Give me this information or this answer. So the more I ask to give and give, he's going to give it to me.
That's
But
right.
because I'm asking, I want to know. And all of us should be asking him, I want to know this, I want to know that, for my life, for the family, but a lot of us, we don't reach out, we don't communicate with him. And it's so easy though. It's so easy to receive that gift,
Yeah. You
but
should
you
always
need to
be
ask,
careful
you shall receive,
what
they
you
say.
ask for.
Ask for, oh my God, tell me. I know, right? But it's crazy. It's craziness right there. Because I
Yeah.
ask and I get it all the time. I say it all the time for a long time. I mean, years. It's just like over 10 years about California. So far, I think 2 or 3 had passed, and we're just waiting for the last.
Yeah.
And it's coming very soon. I mean, I hope people are prepared over there. and New York. Um,
Yeah, you spoke about California and New York a
mhm,
couple years back,
mhm.
and we just had bomb cyclones just trash both of them.
Yeah, and with this so-called volcano that erupted in Spain, that people better start watching on that because it's gonna affect Europe and the East Coast, right?
Oh yeah,
Which
they could potentially send 100-foot waves to the east coast of the United States.
right. And a part of it will be, what is it? New York and all that area, New
Yeah,
Jersey.
yeah, up into southern Canada,
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Ontario,
coming.
Ontario, all the way down to Florida.
Mhm. It's
Yeah,
coming for sure.
if that mountain, uh,
Erupts more.
we'll say, cracks in half and
Mhm.
slides into the ocean, yeah,
Mhm.
it's going to send a lot of energy through the water.
Yeah. And and the dream that I had about California is just like that. I mean, seeing people running on that freeway, I-10, running and running, and you're seeing these children trying to get out of it, but you see all this water coming in. But what I told you before, I never felt earthquakes at all. It was
Yeah,
fire, tornado, and flood. And so far, fire and tornadoes has already passed. We're just waiting for the flood, and it's very near in California.
yeah,
But everyone says that California will depart itself, in half. It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be California. I can guarantee you it's not. It's gonna be New York. And California is just the end of the tail, I'm gonna say. And of course, we know in the middle who it is, right? It starts with a W,
yeah.
and then you have New York. And and it's coming. I just don't know when, but it is just around the corner. And it's sad that people don't take these warnings serious. Uh, You know, I know some people here are, but
No, unfortunately, people are also burdened by financial concerns.
fire, water, earth, and wind. Yes, Murphy. Was
I think
I'm sorry.
a lot of people can't afford to pack up and move.
No, I know. It's like me. I've been looking up north. I want to get out of here, but go somewhere. Where and it's. But I feel I need to be in the city right now because more people are going to need it, the help,
Yeah, I
than
hear you.
me going up north. You know what I'm saying? I belong
Yeah,
here. But even
yeah.
though
I've never been much for running myself.
me either, me either. I mean, I can face it. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard in the spiritual realm, but I have to face it. When you face something very deeply, like a big, I'm gonna say like a big mountain in front of your face. In other words, mountain for me is like what you're going through. You can overcome that mountain. It's like that dream I had when you're walking up that mountain and you slide back down and you gotta keep going. You go back up that mountain until you get to the top. Now, for me, to the top of the mountain is our Heavenly Father, because these mountains is what we've been through already, which is the darkness path, or you can say. But you
Yeah,
keep climbing that mountain, but you will always fall. But until you get to the top, then you will meet your Creator, Creators, Creator, because there's only one. There's not many. And so I tell people when you reach that mountain, that's when you're gonna find the spirit of grandfather very soon. And people look at me like, how do you know? Because the mountains are things that it's been in our lives and it has to be removed to continue our life. In other words, you have to deal with it and make it right. But those are called mountains that it says in the Bible too. Remove all those mountains in your life. And once we do, then things will get better. but you have to climb that mountain every single time. But going back to California, I never felt the earthquake, which is it's very odd that I didn't. I don't know why, but I don't think there might be an earthquake. I think it's going to be more of a big flood, a big wave.
Well,
What
there
was
there
the
could be
flood?
there could be an earthquake out in the ocean in the Ring of Fire.
Yeah, and bring it
That
into.
yeah,
Yeah, I have said to FPV and one about that the earthquake will hit in the south of California, not the northern California. It will hit the south. That's what I saw. Um, and it's the tip of the iceberg, and that what's happening to the volcano over there in Spain, it's gonna hit the east. So it's hit the west and the east, maybe at the same time. Who knows, right?
right.
I'm like,
Those last bomb
but
cyclones happened back to back.
really, oh,
Yeah,
that's right, huh?
yeah, they were within a couple days.
Yeah. Hmm. But I don't know. I'm okay, right, in streaming because I feel like I'm lagging.
You lagged a little bit, and there was a little bit of compression whenever you caught back up.
Yeah,
So some of your words came out really fast, but I could
but
still understand them.
I'll be talking fast. Blah blah blah. No. But anyways, so we'll see what happens in that area. Which also, when this is almost over to south, so it will come to pass. Everything that I have seen or vision, you know what I mean,
Right.
it has come to pass. Except that I'm still waiting. But a lot of things that I've spoken about has come to pass already. That's why that lady said if I was not a prophet, but what is it? Prophecy I can give, which is very true. She was right on that. But that's a gift. But we
Yeah,
all have it inside if we just reach out, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Um, yeah, I know, right? I'm glad Jackie came on because what she said makes a lot of sense. We've been on almost 2 hours. Um, we'll just go up to 2 hours and then we'll quit, right?
sounds good.
And then hopefully we could get our notes all together so we can start giving it out to the people that watch or come in or whatever. Because
Yeah,
there is a lot of info that we need to give out. Every
yeah. I'm hoping people who do come in maybe
time
offer some
I want to
more
go out,
insight.
yeah. I mean, it'll be nice that everybody come together and give their info, their input, and maybe it will fix the puzzle little by little, you could say,
Yeah,
for others. I hope, you know, like for instance, you, Jackie, and I, and her husband, we're all empath, and there's others that I met that are empath on the internet.
yeah.
But there's others that don't have it that can have the info for us
That's
or
right.
together as a puzzle, in other words. But it will come to pass. Every single thing that I said, it's going to come to pass. I don't like to see it, but I have no choice. Right? I'm going to see it.
Very true.
um, huh?
Very true.
Yep. Let me see what else can we really quick before we leave. So if anybody really wants to put their inputs when we go and do panels, live streams, they're welcome to come on and talk about them, even if they're natives, the same way, to put everything together
Yeah,
because they have their thinking, their thoughts different than what. Yours and mine are.
Very, very true.
Hmm. But what was that native? What's his name? That video that we saw. What he said last.
Which one?
Hawk. Um, they call him Father Hawk, or what is it? Um, that video that you said last one.
Yeah, I can't.
What's his name? Eagle Hawk, or is that his name? Where he talks about his parents, that his parents
I'm
raised
looking it up.
them. Okay. And what he said is very true, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, it's
Dude
a
was
red
very,
crow.
very down to earth. Little Hawk.
What's his name?
Little Hawk.
Yes. Okay, that's it. But what he said in that video is very true. Very
Yeah, I
true what he
agree.
said. And even the other natives, the elders, they have came out saying the same thing, but in a different way. But it's his thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically,
So tribes
what it
that
all boils
believe in
down
grandmother
to.
and that believe in spirit, they know. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, what it all
You see,
boils
and when
down
they talk
to
about
is we need
rainbow
to stop.
warrior,
Are we lagging? Can you hear me?
I don't know. Are we?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're having issues with my internet. I think I'm not the only one. I think it's the company. To restart my
Yep.
router.
Yep. I can hear it.
Okay, what does Murphy say? The volcano speaks. K2 2019 movie proves that for an S and R. Do you
Yeah.
know what he
What
means?
he's saying. What he's saying is the movie proves that the Egyptians were in the United States and
Mm-hmm.
Australia. And I've never seen the movie, so I can't attest to that.
Oh my God, he's right.
But yeah, I imagine he is. They do like to broadcast. They like to gloat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't doubt at all. I've seen evidence that there were Egyptians here in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Which Cairo, you have Little Egypt and you have Cairo on the East Coast. You remember?
Yeah.
And
Little
then
Egypt in Illinois.
we, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they're in Utah. You also have names there, like which is the Salt Lake, right? The dead, no, the
The
Salt
Dead
Lake,
Sea, the Great Salt Lake. Yeah.
the Dead Sea. Mm-hmm.
Massive mathematical
Massive,
proof.
mathematical proof. It's okay. Give out my word. I mean, what time is it? I tomorrow.
Yeah.
I sure do. It's a Monday, but it's a short day.
Good, I guess.
But anyways,
You
I
don't need
guess
to work.
we have to get our, huh?
That's good, I guess. If you don't need the work, it's always good to have a short day.
Mm-hmm. I guess Yeah. But we're gonna have to get our notes together hopefully soon so we can give it out. And like in how can I explain? From the beginning to the end where we're at right now.
Hmm. I agree.
I have a lot of
Definitely.
the videos saved and info that we found on the internet
Yeah, I got a
and through
bunch
the
of bookmarks
spirit.
myself.
Yeah. What does he say?
He's talking about the
Yeah.
hieroglyphs found in the United States. Apparently, there's some in Australia as well.
Hmm.
And
Isn't that where that guy found some info on what are they those stones? What are the hedges? Is that what they call?
hedges.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
You know
talking
those?
like Stonehenge?
Yeah. And he talked about the ark, right? Not the Noah ark, but the other one, the
Ark of
promise.
the Covenant?
Another one. Yeah. And they also said the guy that spoke about it. He even said that it's right there in Arizona. Those are facts, right? And truth that we know that Arizona is part of the whole thing at the beginning.
It has been years since I've looked into any of that.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I thank everybody for coming. I know those that laugh, thanks. I appreciate it. For supporting this channel. The original Tracy. Hey Tracy World, it's been a long time. How are you? Where you been? You know Tracy World, do you?
I don't believe so.
Mm. It's been a long time I haven't seen her. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna get going. I have to get ready for bed because I work tomorrow. And
Yeah.
time changes already, right? For you all.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think last week was the other side of the ocean they changed.
Oh really? You mean it
Yeah.
like in Europe and all?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow. I thought they changed like when you all changed. I thought it
No.
was all together.
No. Apparently, we're a week or so apart, maybe a couple weeks. I'm not sure the exact timing on it.
Hmm, true. Oh, thank God we don't
Oh,
change time.
congratulations.
For what? You got
Graduation,
married, Tracy?
Tracy's World.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tracy. Many blessings to you and your marriage. And of course your family. Yeah. Um, I guess we're done, Jason, right?
Well, I appreciate you having me on, as always.
Thanks for coming. And also Jackie and everybody that was in chat. Some I haven't seen for a long time, but thanks. But anyways, we'll see what happens with this research that we got to put together.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have, to be honest, we don't have time. We got to get
We
it
have time.
together and give it out.
We,
No,
we
the
have
way
time.
things are going. No, what I'm saying, we got to hurry and get it all together because we only have a short time to get it out.
True enough.
And
But
right.
I think we have time to do it.
Well, yeah. Then grandfather's time, we don't know.
That's true. That's very true.
And I just got to get it out. We have to get it out. The information. It's very important. And it's not lies. It's all the truth that we found out. And people are gonna probably
It's
say,
a ton of evidence. Yeah.
you know, and people are gonna say, things about what we know.
Mm,
But
that happens all the time.
true.
We'll
You're
reach the ones we
welcome,
can.
Tracy. Huh?
We'll reach the ones that we can.
I hear you. I second that. I just that is this right now, what, 6 years ago, when I said what was gonna happen, prepare themselves. Now we're here in what, 2 years now into all this chaos.
Oh yeah.
And to me it's something that people need to wake up what's really going on, but not just in flesh, but in the spiritual. 'Cause that is the most important.
I agree.
Because without the spiritual, if say for example, you and I are doing research, right? And you don't have the spiritual realm in around us, that we're lost, to be honest. We're being misled by the flesh and not by the spirit. So when you do by the flesh, you're deceiving many people in your own ways, okay? But you're deceiving them. But when you do it by the spirit, you're not deceiving them. You're telling them the truth, the only
I
truth.
think I think a lot of people, uh,
Mhm.
especially these recent times, um,
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
are having better discernment as far as that goes, and I think
Yeah,
they're able to tell when somebody is genuine and when somebody is just making stuff up. Because usually it takes like 5 seconds of research to see if
yeah.
somebody is really onto something or if they're not.
Good night, Tracy. I hope I see you soon. And lots of blessings to your marriage. Everything good. I haven't seen her for a while. But yeah, I mean, it's up to each one of us to to take what I said or what you said to their hearts, because it's not just to speak it out, right? It's something that because you and I care as the empath that we are. Um, of course, I want them to have feel that love that we're supposed to give to them. But we'll see what happens, right?
That's right. We will see what happens. It should be an interesting ride, to say the least.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a rough ride though, for sure.
Yeah,
And
a
those
great
that
time.
make
It's a great time to be alive.
I don't know. That
It's
part I don't know.
it's at least going to be interesting and exciting, I think.
True, because you know that you'll be entering the fifth world.
Yeah, we'll just
And it's
we'll just say the next
now
world.
now do you think it's a reset or do you think we are entering the fifth world?
Well, I think there's a lot of remnants from the last world still here.
Mhm.
We have a lot of unexplained structures that we couldn't duplicate with modern technology that we have today.
Mhm.
And I personally believe that they're remnants of the civilizations that the ancients, as we call them, spoke of in their stories. Because they talked about high technology civilizations.
Hi
Probably
Grant. Sorry.
probably the most well known was Atlantis,
Mhm.
and that was before the flood.
Yeah, true.
But they were supposed to be, or High Bracelet. That one's a little less commonly known.
You're resetting all the time. Welcome, House Mouse. Well, I don't know, but something big's coming. I just can't pinpoint it yet. Um, but it's very soon. And we're already going through it now, and so is Mother Earth.
Yeah, I think so too.
And once she gives birth, that's when we're gone. You know what I'm saying? We're all live to the fifth world.
Well, I don't
Not
think
all of
so.
us.
The
No?
Hopi say that those who live in their hearts
Mm-hmm.
already are in the great shelter of life, and that there is no shelter for evil. And
You're
I,
welcome, Scott.
I take that as being if you're selfish or greedy or corrupt or any of those bad things,
Mm-hmm.
that your energy is not going to be compatible with the change.
Mm-hmm.
But if your heart is filled with love and compassion and all the higher emotions,
Good
uh,
vibrations.
yeah, then you're gonna see a lot of things that you will consider bad. There'll be a lot of death, um, uh, people going crazy. They
Mm-hmm.
say, um, but from what I can tell, you will right into the next world.
Yeah. So do you think we go to a place to heal, right?
The way I understand it, yeah, after studying thousands of cases of people under hypnosis and listening to people's accounts of near-death experiences and things like that, yeah, I would say a good 75 to 80%
Mm-hmm.
of those stories from all around the world through all kinds of time periods have indicated that, yeah, whenever you leave this place, you go to, I guess we'll call it an area
Mm-hmm.
where your soul uh, gets what it needs to heal. And for some people, that would be a judgment, I guess you
I
could say,
haven't sent.
like a hell.
Mm-hmm.
And for some people, it'll be a place of comfort. You know, if they lived a very sad life or were a victim, you go to a place where your soul heals.
Mm-hmm.
And some people may just transfer right away
Yeah, true.
to the other world or the heaven world, whatever you prefer to call it.
Right. Which which they say, right, that when we enter to this fifth world, you get on with the animals. I mean, I don't know if that's true
I say what?
or not, but that's what they say.
There was a little bit of lag, so I
When it's
missed
just
that.
human. Okay, we're no an animal. Okay,
Yeah,
we live in
I
the
don't know.
animal world right now, right?
Yeah, right now, yeah, okay.
Okay, so you don't know or you do know.
I don't know what the next world's going to be like.
Well, the way they
All I know,
pictured it.
all I know is the Hopi say uh, very very few things about it. One of them is it will be the forever time, whatever that means.
Mhm.
Some of them say that time stops, or at least time as we know it stops. I don't know. Um, and they say that this world we're learning to know what it's like to be an animal, to live as an animal, and the next
Mhm.
world we'll learn to live as a human.
Amen. Yeah, agree. Like
And there's a lot of
I
parallels
told you
with
that
with all the
1,000 day
religions.
for grandfather.
Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
but I don't have any
Anyways, I
special
appreciate
insight of what
Tracy.
it's going to be.
Me either. I'm not a, I haven't seen anything. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, Is it this world going to end with fire again?
I don't know. All I
Or
know
believe it?
is they say that there is going to be a purifier,
And
and I don't.
of course, we can't talk about what's going on, right?
I think we're getting lag again.
Yeah. Oh, I hate my internet.
All right.
For some reason, every time I go on live, I have problems. But I know that we've been having problems with our internet
Yeah.
for some reason. You know what it is, but hopefully we can do another panel for sure. And have
Yeah.
Jackie come on, hopefully.
That would be awesome.
They also have a lot of input. We'll see about the cheese in my other place.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just wish everybody be ready. That's all I can say. The word's out, the warning's out, and there's nothing I can do anymore. It's up
Yeah.
to each person that heard it or will hear it, that they take this word serious because the biggest awakening is just around the corner. And I think it's not too far either. It's right there at the door,
I agree.
right?
Yep. I don't know when though.
But anyways, yeah. I don't know why I'm liking so much, but I'm gonna go because I got things to still do. But I
Yeah.
thank everybody for coming. Gramps, thanks. Murphy,
7 cent.
Tracy World. We had Road Trip. We had Born a Racer. We had who?
Heaven sent.
7 cent. Um, Lucia. Gosh, what? Jackie. Who else was here? Jesse J. Jesse J. James.
Yeah. Good Day was here. Candy
Um,
Morgan was
I'm
here.
not
Bubba News.
sure who else was here, but I
Harmon
appreciate that they
James.
came by. I'm tired of it. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
King Manny.
I haven't seen nobody like them. Yeah.
Hanging with Mr.
Good
J
night,
showed up.
House Mouse. Yeah. Take care. I hope you come back again, both of you, in heaven's sent. But I'm gonna get going. I thank you for coming on the panel, Jason. And I know we'll be on panel together for a while until everything is out in the opening already.
Yep.
We're just gonna have to do like an outline and go by the outline. So, and then have some what is it? Where they can go and get the info as well, links.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go. I have things I gotta do still. But I appreciate everybody. Have a good night. Many blessings to you and your family. Be careful. Stay safe. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have your storehouse packed up. And everybody come back. I hope. We'll see. But anyways, good night, Jason. We'll talk soon.
Good night, Cat.
Good
Good
night.
night, Cat.
Who?
Cat.
Oh, okay. All right. Ciao, everyone.